Okay, cool. Yeah, I see it.
Have I started the recording? Let me double check. Yeah, I think I'm recording now.
And
Yes.
wait, how do you add one again?
How do I add one? Let me
Yeah, how do
try.
you add another level?
Level.
Yeah,
Choose this
how add
level.
another one.
And if you come here, it will snap you that it's aligned.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the dimension. You just click and drag all the way to align with the other side.
Okay, cool.
And then you press escape to just escape from the editing mode, and you double click with the dimension to be, for example, this one higher. Yeah, it will adjust the dimension. Yeah, are we ready to go to proceed? Yeah, because we don't need this one, and I'll just delete it. Once you delete it, it will delete the corresponding plans. Yeah, that's fine with us. Yeah, we come to level 1. Usually when we have DWG, have different bitmap or different format of base map, we can choose the corresponding format. In this case, in this course, we only have the JPEG or PNG from domain, I think. And what we can do is to come to level 1. Remember, it's level 1, and we come to insert, import image, and find your reference plan. My reference plan is saved under OneDrive, T3 under this course, week 2, the reference plan. Okay, click, and you have now imported your reference plan into level 1. Yeah, it shouldn't be difficult. And the next step, we will give you some break, 3 minutes after we place the grades. Okay, this one doesn't come with a dimension. Revit doesn't know what is the size of the wall, what is the size of the room, right? What we need to do is to come to architecture, grades. There is a grade here, and place some grade with accurate dimensions. We can start with a vertical one. Yeah, and then we move the base map a little bit to the right, and we notice this room is 5.4 by 3. So that means this is 5.4 and this should be 3, right? Let's just follow this rough instruction and create another grade. If you click this one, right click, create similar. And it doesn't matter, the size doesn't matter, the dimension doesn't matter, just place a new one. And the distance between these two grades should be 5.4 in millimeters, should be 5,400. Yeah, so now it's the right distance of this one. Then what we need to do is to scale this base map to roughly match the dimension of the grid. Let's scale this one to, we're almost there. Let me see. I think we need to.
Sorry, which tool did you use again?
Which
Sorry.
tool?
Yeah, which tool was it?
We're on level 1. First, make sure we're on level 1, and we insert, import image.
Yeah, okay. And then like
and
with the lines, like
with a
how'd you get
grade.
those? Yeah, how'd you get
Architecture.
those yeah.
Architecture, grade.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost the same as how you place the levels. Yeah. Let's scale this one to match the distance between the grade a little bit, because that should be 5.2 meters. A little bit. Yeah, I think we are almost matching with the base map. So now the distance here is 5.4 meters, right? And we're doing the same thing for this wall and all the horizontal things. Yeah, I'll create them quickly. Right click, create similar, and start aligning with this point, and then align with the other side. The distance should be 3 by 7, so this distance should be 3. Click this one, and it will have the dimension. It should be 3 meters. Yeah. And let's do the horizontal things. The same with the vertical grade, and start with a horizontal grade. And this is 5.4 by 3, so the second grade should have the distance with the first one of 3. Let's right click, create similar, start from this side, and then change the dimension to be exactly, I think 3, right? 3 meters. And for this one, it's 4.3 by 5.2, so this distance should be 5,200. Let me quickly do it, and I will give you 3 minutes to finalize. Create similar, and align with the side and the other side. Then change the dimension to be, what is the dimension? 5.2. Okay. Now we are having the rough, like the side plan, instruction for the side plan. We have some grade, and you can have more. For example, this one, it doesn't come with a dimension because we are now having the right size, right scale of the base map. You can just put the grade following the reference line. For example, this one, grade. We just start here to be precise, and it can be a short one. And if you want to align with the others, you can just drag this point to align with others. Yeah, so in this case, once you have the rough estimation of the size of the rooms, you can scale the base map to be matching with the grid size, and then everything you can just follow the reference lines, even they don't come with a dimension. Yeah, I'll leave for 3 minutes for everyone to finalize placing the grade. For the elevation, do we assume the height of the house? If not given, we should assume the height of the house, one level, to be around 3 meters to 3.5 meters. And because they have, for example, this one, it doesn't come with the elevation dimension, but it comes with a rough quantity of the stairs. If it's too high and you couldn't fit all the stairs into this single space, yeah, you can. That is also one method of estimating the height. But usually we assume it to be 3 or 3.5. The side plan in chat, I think it's under the files. The side plan is also here. Let me check. Teams, files, week 2. This is the reference plan, and this is the side plan. Yeah, just use, first we are using the reference plan, later we're using the side plan. Yeah, you can download this too first. The steps that you're going through today, we have to do what you have done from last week first. No, last week was just a simple exercise, and it doesn't apply to today's model. You can start from scratch following my steps today, because that is totally for this assignment. You have images from domain, and I'm showing you how to model the building from the images. How do we get the right icon into the circles? Right icon. I don't understand what do you mean by referring to right icon. Yeah, just others have replied. How do you get all the grid lines to be even at the end? We are not getting all the grid lines even because the room size is not even. The grid is serving as the reference line. They shouldn't be even. There is a small box. Yeah, just to try to explore a little bit yourself. Can we proceed? Let me know once you're ready. The length of the lines to be even. Oh, that's easy. If you click each one, and there is a small circle, and if you drag, all the grades will move together. And if you want to do a simple one, you just unlock and then move it as you wish. Yeah. And also because this grid number doesn't follow your intention. If that is the case, for example, you want to make it to be 8, you just double click and make it 8. Yeah, it's very simple. You can control it as you wish. Do we need to care about the swimming pool? Because site modeling is required in this assignment, I think you should care about the car park or the footpath or the swimming pool if there is any in your site. I don't have the lock. About details, if you want to align, make everything prettier, and you can do it later. We're just going through the main procedures, okay? You can ask me in the 20-minute individual question answer. I think we can proceed. After we have this rough grid placed, and what we need to do is to deal with the site. If we check, this is the house, and this is the garage, this is the porch, and I think we are only modeling part of this site, right? Because this building is not giving us the full plan. So basically 4, 5, 6, this side, please really pay attention, this part is a bit difficult. 4, 5, 6, this side should be the short side of, let's open the side plan. In the side plan, this should be the short side, which we have grid 4, 5, and 6, right? Yeah, have a look at this building. This building looks like a long one. This is the length and width. This is the short side, and people come from this side, and this is the garage and porch. So we have, this is the short side of the building, and this is the long side of the building, right? Remember this, and we will get to the side plan. Come to site. Remember, this is the short side, this is the long side. And what we need to do is to import the side plan. Insert. Remember, you should switch to side plan. Import image, side plan, open. Yeah, in this step, for the time being, the size of the base map is not right. The direction of the size is not right either. What we need to do is, because now our building is directly facing the north, but in the real situation, its north is quite different from what we are modeling. What we need to do is to rotate the building to have the true north. What we need to do is to come into project north. The reason we're using project north is for the convenience of modeling. We're not modeling something exactly like the real situation because it's very hard to model. So that is why we use project north. But in the real project, we should assign also the true north to let Revit know, oh, this is the true north, but we are modeling using the project north. If you select true north, apply, and then we can rotate. We should rotate this building to be exactly the same as this one. What we can do is to come into, let me see, manage. We should first place annotate symbol to place a reference point. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be this one. Annotate symbol, we should choose north arrow. We want, we can load family. In this case, collaborate. Now annotate symbol, load family, and library, English, annotations. We find the north arrow we want. Yeah, exactly this one. We put it here. Yeah, you can stop your modeling and just watch me to understand what I'm doing. And then we draw a reference line, annotate, detailed line here. So this is the current site we have. And what we need to do is to rotate. Come to manage, position, rotate true north. Drag it all the way to what our reference line is located, and then rotate true north. I had to drag again. So we are rotating the building from the current north to the real north. Am I doing the right thing? Yeah, I think pretty much the same. Then how can we double check whether we are doing the right thing? We delete all the reference, and then we import the site plan again. Now insert, import image, site plan. Yeah, you see this should be the right north, and our building should be exactly matching the site plan now. Yeah, I think you check 4, 5, 6 is the short side, and this is our building, and I think we are doing it right. Yeah, what we need to do now is just to scale the base map to match the grid lines. So we have the right size of the base map. To make it magnify a little bit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think pretty much the same. And in this case, we place, annotate the north arrow again. For example, place it here. This is the right north, and this is our real location of the building. And then if we switch back to the project north, what you can see is that we have the original building, and it's very convenient to model, but we have a different north arrow. This is the right one. I hope you understand a little bit, and I will give you like 5 minutes to digest what I just did. And if you have questions, let me know.
Could you go to annotate again? Because I don't have the so a
North
symbol.
arrow.
It was symbol. So like I don't have that. I don't have that on mine.
If you love family, and come to libraries.
Okay.
Do you have these different categories?
If I go to library, so wait, how did I go to that? Load
Load family.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you see under program data, Autodesk, Revit 2021 libraries. Do you have it?
I just let me see.
Yeah, take your time, don't worry.
I'm just trying to find the libraries because it says it's in English.
It's in English.
Libraries. So libraries would it be is it Australia? Wait, Australia? Would I go Australia?
English.
Okay. Okay, English. And then it should be on a
because if you haven't installed the Revit library at the very beginning when you're doing the installation, what you need to do is to I have the link here.
Yeah.
Select the proper family type. If you don't have the library, you can download here. It's the full library for English.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I went to English, and then where do I go after that?
Annotations.
Yeah, annotations, and then is North arrow one.
North. You have the thumbnail here because this one is easier to recognize because the second one you see is very hard. We don't know really.
Okay. Yeah.
So we are using the first one.
Okay.
The first insert of the north arrow is just a reference to facilitate our rotation. The second insert of north arrow is the real north arrow.
Yeah.
Sometimes before you don't need to do this rotation because if you don't do the you don't do analysis for the energy consumption or the daylighting analysis, it's not necessary. But if you are doing those analysis afterwards, it's absolutely necessary to let Revit know what is the true north of your project.
Okay. Just like for like this one, we don't necessarily have to get it correct, do we?
I hope you can get it correct because it's critical in most cases. Maybe for this assignment, because we're not going to check your files afterwards, and everyone will have something like this, but you should be able to know what is the real north of your project.
Okay. No, so I just get the idea. I just it's a bit of hassle rotating everything.
Sometimes it's even difficult for me because I have to try clockwise or anti-clockwise to and then just insert this map to double check.
Yeah. Also because like I don't have the Google Map thing, so it's a bit hard to rotate it without knowing how far I'm rotating. So
sure, if you can't do it today and you can try after the class, that's totally fine. Yes, I'm just showing you the way of how to do it.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, can we proceed? What about others? How's it going? After downloading the family, what should I do? The family template, what should I do? I think it will automatically appear when you are browsing for the family.
like it comes up like as an application thing, and you just click on it, and you got to extract the files, and I
Yeah,
think
you
it
have
should
to.
automatically load.
It's like an installation something, right?
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
automatically load. When you like, go to your downloads, click on the file, double click on the file, and then it should like automatically extract to the right folder.
Exactly. Exactly. Can you demonstrate the true north more time, please? I'm struggling to get exactly straight. It's 11:40 and we might need to rush after this site, but that's fine because it's kind of difficult. I will do it again. Control Z, Control Z. I'll get back to the very beginning. I hope you're still patient enough to watch. Yep. So this is the original grade we generated from level 1 with the right dimension, right? This is the site plan we inserted and we didn't touch it, right? This is the how it was originally inserted. It just looked like this one. And what we need to do is to, because we recognized 4, 5, 6 has the short side of the building, which is this side, right? So we should rotate and somehow to make it match the real north direction. What we need to do is to first insert north arrow. This is my north arrow one. I put it exactly here because I will use this short side as a reference. And then I will draw a detailed dimension line, detailed line under annotate. I will put it here to follow the choice of this short side. Yeah, so this angle would be the rotation angle we need. What we need to do is to switch the orientation to true north. We shouldn't stay on project north anymore because we're doing the true north rotation. We should switch to true north here. Keep that in mind. And then come to come to manage. We're doing the rotation now. Position, rotate true north. Now the center of the rotation is here. We couldn't manage that. We drag it to the intersection point here. It will snap, and then it means you have done everything correctly. Now click and rotate. Yeah, now we have finished the rotation. We should delete all the reference. This one first, this one the second, and also the north arrow because it's not accurate. And how can we double check whether we have done everything correctly? You should insert the base map again, import image, site plan, open, put it here. Yeah, we can, I don't need to save it. You can see now 4, 5, 6 has the short side, and this is the short side of the building, and they are parallel. That means you have done the rotation correctly. What you need to do is to magnify the base map to match the real size of the building. So we will have the real size of the surrounding buildings and the road at the same time. We will do the scale that looks a bit more, and let's have a look. It's still too small. It's a bit large now, and we should make it smaller a little bit. Because we don't have the exact dimension of the surrounding buildings and also the road. This is the only way to get the size of the base map correct. Yeah, it's done. And if you want to insert the north arrow again, symbol, north arrow. So now it is facing north and should be the right north for our project. And if we switch back to project north for the convenience of modeling, and you can see, sorry. Yeah, this is the true north, and it should appear on your side plan. If you don't have the Revit family, you come back to my PPT slides, and there is a link to download the English library. And after the installation, you should see all the families when you are browsing for families. Yeah, I think we should go. And if you haven't finished or you still are a little bit confused, and try to work another time after the class, okay? And if we switch back to Project North and it's ready for the modeling, let's do the site maximum site because it's flat. If you click top surface, and it should have the elevation of 0. Yeah, because everywhere is 0. It doesn't matter where we put the things. Yeah, and click OK. Now it is obstructing the view of the base map, and what we can do is to switch to wireframe to see the lines underneath. Yeah, so this is our top surface, and let's do a road. The road is we can split the surface a little bit. If we do annotate, we should now draw we're now drawing the road, okay? Yeah, you can just draw a rectangle here and we will fix it later. You have to extend the line out of the surface, top surface, to be able to split the top surface. Otherwise, you can't split the top surface. So we have part of the lines. Let's continue. This is the road. We are not doing the other road, we're just doing the main road. Oh, sorry. Do it again. Then we just need the final one. It's a bit. Yeah, I think then what we need to do is do this roundabout. Detailed line. Oh, it's too much, right?
So
Question?
did you just use? Oh, sorry. Did you just use detail line?
Yeah, annotation detailed line. Or let's do this like this. Yeah, it's much better.
Do you need to close off the ends? Just because like sometimes it comes up with you need to close off the ends and that sort of stuff.
1 moment, please. Let me just finish this one.
Oh yeah, sure.
It doesn't need to be enclosed. It just what have been splitted in the surface needs to be enclosed. So in this case, although our lines are not enclosed, this arrow, because it has some intersection with the edge of the top surface, and this shape is enclosed. And what we can do when splitting is by coming to Mesh Inside, Split Surface, choose this surface to split, and then pick the lines to split the surface.
Right.
Yeah, I will give you a few minutes after doing the split. Split into exactly 2 pieces. Okay. It can't do so many at a time. What we need to do is just first split into 2 pieces, and then for this specific piece, and we split it again. Detailed line. Mesh Inside, split surface. This surface to split. Pick the line here, and click OK. Now we have part 1, part 2, and where is part 3? This is part 3. And for part 3, because it's a road, and we can apply the material to be asphalt or concrete. Let's put concrete. Concrete cast in situ. Yeah, this one. Apply. Okay. And for the rest of the sides, we can just put grass.
Hi, Professor.
Grass. Or earth. It doesn't matter. It's too slow. My computer is updating all the time, so I couldn't click apply.
What if we don't have grass? Is there anything else that we can use?
You can put earth, soil, or whatever. Let's see whether we have soil. We have
Professor,
earth.
you have muted yourself.
Yeah, I got earth and sand.
Yep. But I couldn't click apply because it's updating. What about you? Can you apply?
I think it worked. Yeah.
Identity.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. Let's have a look. 3D view. View. 3D.
Yeah,
I have earth and concrete.
Okay. So you had to split that.
Yes,
you had to,
I can hear you.
split the road, right?
You have to split, otherwise you can't apply different materials.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how can we make it a little bit tidy is by coming to 3D.
I think, yes, I can hear you.
And show the section box. And we can put it a little bit inside to cut. In this case, we have.
Wait, so which part do you select when you split surface? Because I'm just finding it a bit confusing. Sorry.
Let me just answer this first question. I can't see the image after drawing the top surface. That is, you should come to wireframe. because only by coming
Yes,
to
yes, I can hear
wireframe, you can see the lines underneath. And come to site plan.
I can hear you.
What is your question?
You can't hear me from that one?
Eddie, what is your question?
Oh, I can't, like, I don't know how to split the
I asked the
surface
students,
properly.
they said they
It's
can't
not
hear
really, I'm trying to do it, but it's
On
fine.
this
I asked the
surface,
students, they said they can't
on
hear
this
me.
surface,
I think
what you need to do
audio-
is to draw a detailed line. Come into
Yeah,
annotate and draw a
Yeah.
detailed line.
The students
Make
Yeah.
sure
they can't hear me.
it extends beyond the edge of the top surface to
I can
split.
also hear you.
Yeah, yeah, I've done that, yeah.
And then come to Massing site.
Yes, I can.
Split surface.
Yeah, okay.
Click
So,
the surface you want to split.
okay.
And then peak line. Use the peak lines and pick the detailed lines you just drew, and then it will be split.
Okay, cool. Okay, right, thanks.
Yeah, in this case, I will give you, we won't have the break because we are running out of time. I will give you 5 minutes to finish this road and topography, and then we will proceed with the building.
Yes, I can share you. I can see your share the screen.
How's it going? Guys, if you have any question, you can just share your screen, and I will stop my sharing if necessary.
How much more are we doing? Because I might just ask after the end.
I remember last week some of you asked me about what is a good work. If you come to Moodle, I remember last week in the lecture slides, the lecturer has shared with you a student work, which is I think it's HD last year.
I think they are still joining.
Let me double check. Assignment and tutorial plan.
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No.
Yeah. So this is a good work from last year, and what you need to do finally is basically pretty much the same. And this is a site plan, and level 1, level 2. Yeah, pretty much the same. You don't need to do a lot.
Oh no, I was kind of asking like how much, like what else are we going to do today? Like how much more are we going to do? Because I might ask my questions at the end if there isn't much.
I hope what we can finish by the end of this tutorial is such a model.
No.
Okay.
We still have 1 hour. Because the building is relatively easy. We have shown you last week as well. Yeah, I won't do any surrounding buildings because maybe I will do one, and I won't require you to follow my steps because it's not required. And later, if you want to do all the surrounding buildings to make it more comprehensive, you can just watch the recordings, okay? For this building, I will going to use massing and site. I won't use the building. I will use just mass, in place mass, and mass one. Yeah, I will use the lines to draw a mass. It doesn't need to be exactly the same size. And click this one, create form, solid form, finish mass, and then we come to 3D. And you can change the height by pressing tab. You can switch your selection. If you select this one, we are able to change the height. Don't worry.
Okay.
Why couldn't?
多少人可以看？
30。
现在才15。
哦，那个30。I should edit this in place mass. Tab, select this one, and this is the height. If this is a two-level building, we can just keep the 6 meters. Yeah. So it's relatively simple. If you're doing the surrounding buildings, it's just a transparent mass. If we finish, and we can have a look. This is the appearance of the surrounding building. I think we should start the building modeling. Come to level 1. Come to level 1 and let's follow this reference plan. We will have the exterior wall, which is a bit thicker, and we can use 200 mils. And let's just follow this. I recommend you to follow the grid lines. Don't follow the reference plan because it's our grid lines are more accurate. I'm using the center line to locate my wall. And this is the porch. The porch doesn't need to be modeled. This is the exterior wall of level 1. Let's check the height. Click this wall, and it's unconnected at the top. It should be up to level 2. Apply, and let's have a look. Apparently, we should do the same height for all the walls. They should be up to level 2. Yeah. So this is the way of doing the wall. But before doing the wall, what we need to do, I forget, sorry, is to do the building pad. Site. That's inside building pad. You remember what is a building pad? I introduced last week. It's like an creating a flat plate on the site to build everything onto this building pad. Your parking space, your garden, and also of course your building. It can be a bit large. Sorry. Now it has some intersection with the road. We should adjust afterwards. Let's have a look at the building pad. The highlighted line is open.
It's only 12, 20 of the students have joined. We have 30 students. Let's make it.
Yeah. Okay. Count beyond the edge of the top surface. Where it is beyond the edge. Let's remove it. Oh, it's because we have some intersection between the building and the road, so it has a warning. When you're doing this, you should adjust. Don't make them intersect with each other. Either what we can do is to adjust the road. Counter side. And this surface, let's move the road a little bit. Yeah, it might be a little bit, we need to adjust. Alright, it's a bit mess here. When we are doing the road, we should really pay attention it doesn't intersect with our original grade. Otherwise, you will have the same mess as I have now. Yeah.
Hi, Professor. I think we can start.
Yeah, that's all right. Now, because we have moved building a little bit inside, so the size won't be right. When you're doing your building, pay attention to the intersection. And this is the outside wall, and on top of the building pad, what we should have is the floor for building one, for level one. Level one, architecture, floor, architecture, and let's draw the floor. Yeah, and now if we come to 3D and we make a section, the way to make a section to check the inside is by coming to architecture. No, coming to view, section. Let's check. This section means it's cutting vertically, like this, and it's looking towards the right side. Yeah, what we can see by cutting is this section. We can drag it a little bit larger to see the. Yeah, you can see here we have the building pad, and here we have the floor. The floor shouldn't have a larger size than the building pad. We should adjust a little bit the boundary of the building pad to just covering all the floor area. Because the intersection comes again, so we couldn't do this, but that's all right. I just need to show you the relation between building pad, floor, and wall. Yep, and then we can start using the wireframe to see the reference lines. let's do the internal wall. Architecture, it should be thinner. We can use a wall with the thickness of 90 mils. Remember, this is not the same size because we have the intersection, and before we're doing the building, we should make sure there's no intersection.
Slides are not
here,
rolling.
internal wall, and
we are still seeing the first
here
slide.
as well, the internal wall. It's higher. What we need to do is to select and put it to be up to level 2. Stop here for a while, for 5 minutes, and
yes,
please follow my steps and do the exterior wall and internal walls.
No, I think.
What difference does it make to open Revit from a remote desktop rather than a straight from Citrix app? I think they should be the same as long as you're using 2021, but I think remote access, the virtual lab is more stable than my access apps. It doesn't matter the platform you're using as long as you're using 2021. How's it going with the first floor? Do we have any questions? Which word do we use? I think in my reference plan, I have approximate, let me see my reference plan. I have approximate 200 here, the thickness, and then around 100 here. But it doesn't matter strictly. The exterior wall should be thicker than the interior wall. That is one rule, but you can decide for your own project. Let's proceed with the windows and doors, okay? Let me save it to desktop. No, project 2. Coming to architecture, windows, and you will have some default windows here. But if you don't want to use these windows, you want, for example, a double glazing or whatever, you can edit type and see whether you can change the parameters here. If that is still not the window you want, you can load families from the library. Coming to insert, load family. Instead of coming to annotations, we come to libraries, English, and windows. You will have a lot of different windows, and you can see the thumbnail here to decide which is the one you want. I think this is pretty much the same as what is used in my building. I open it. Now it will appear in my property panel. I can directly put it here or and here. That would be the two windows of the kitchen. And if the size is not right, you click the window and edit type. Yeah, this is the width of the window, height, depth, and also the sill height is here. Yeah, this is the way to edit the size of the window and also the height. Let's have a look in the 3D. Yeah, now we have, oh, they overlap. The size is too large, and maybe we can make it a bit smaller. Make it to be 1500. Apply. Okay. Because we are modifying the whole family, so they change together. Let's have a look this time. Yeah, it's much better. And the same goes for the other side. We have a garage door here, and let's find a similar one. Architecture. That should be a door. And is it? No, there is no such a door in our current family, and we can load family. Go to English, doors. Let's see. Oh, we have a similar door. Its name is overhead sectional and open. Yeah, put it here. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same as what we have in the real building. Level 1, what have we missed? And it's a table. It's a window here as well. Let's see. Yep. Also a small window here. It's too small. Yeah, it looks good. And also the main entrance door. Door is around. Yeah, if the size is not the side is not right, you can just flip. It will be the one you want. 3D. Yeah, all good now. And then we can start with level 1. Or do you need like 3 minutes to finish level 1? I will give you 3 minutes to finalize level 1. About Revit family, if we don't have time for the family, and we will leave it for next week, because next week the schedule is not such tight. We will just focus on this building, and I want to make sure everyone knows how to model the building based on the domain image. Okay, and we will make sure that we have the last 20 minutes for individual progress check and question answering. Yeah, we will spend 10 more minutes on this building. I think I can start with level 2, just to save some time. For level 2, what we need to do is first put a floor on top of level 1. Architecture, floor, architecture. Level 2, and let's follow the trace of the reference. Actually, what I want to do is not to put the edge of the floor here. I will follow the center line, because there will be an exterior surface of the wall. For example, your tiles, your paint, and we will leave some space for that one. Okay, don't attach. That's fine. Let's have a look. Yeah, we have a floor for level 2. Let's start with the walls. For level 2, and we also need the reference from the image. Let's insert again. OneDrive. Week 2 reference plane. Okay. We can see it's much larger than the real building. We need to scale a little bit, and we have to use wireframe to because based on my experience, the level 1 and level 2 may not align, so you have the freedom to adjust a little bit to make everything on level 2 also follow the grade of level 1, because it is how the building looks from outside. A little bit smaller. Yeah, I think it's pretty much what we need. And let's draw the external walls. Architecture, wall, architecture. I will follow the grade to make the walls align with each other. No, we should use the 200 grams. 200, let's see, where is the 200? Let's have a look. It's too high, apparently. What we need to do is to make it up to level 3. Okay, up to level 3. It looks all good from outside, and let's do the internal walls. 900 grams. What is the one we just used? 900 grams, I think. No, mils. Sorry. I will put the wall here to align with the staircase. That should be the right thing to do. Otherwise, wardrobe should be there, and yeah. It's not aligning very well with the real building, but I think it's a good way to do, because we will have the walls on level 1 and level 2 well aligned, and it's easier for us to build the staircase and columns afterwards. Yeah, that's all right. doors here. Let me just temporarily hiding view elements. Okay, it looks good. Let's unhide it then. Unhiding view elements. And close this view. And do this the bathroom. We'll make it stop here. Wardrobe. We need to have this one, have a look. This, we have too many lines for the moment. Oh yeah, we should delete this one. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same this time. And we will have doors. Let's that one again. I don't know whether you're still following my steps on hiding view elements. Yeah, let's see where the doors are. One of the door is too large. Maybe 203. It's still too large. You will have the time. You will need to select the smaller door for your project afterwards. I won't do that as we're just showing you the example. Door. Here is a door, and we should flip. Yep. And there is another door here. Flip. Internal walls are too high. They should be up to level 3. I think it's all good now, right? All good. We have all the internal walls and the rooms. And let's do the roof quickly. 10 minutes. Let's see the reference lines. View depth. If you still remember the view range we introduced at the very beginning of this course. Now we couldn't see the reference lines to draw the roof. What we need to do is to put the bottom a little bit lower to see the reference lines. Yep, and we can do the roof now because we are on level 3 and it's exactly the level for the roof by footprint. And we will draw just a very big roof. And because it's a single slope roof, we are not defining slope for every side, just for one side. What is the slope? We just put it 10 degrees. Let's have a look. We can't see the whole roof because the section box is cutting parts of our roof. Yeah, now this is our slope roof. And what we can do here is to select all the walls here and attach top base. Select the roof and they will be attached automatically. Yeah, I think we almost finished. We're just missing some windows on level 2. Let's just put some windows randomly. Align with level 1. Level 1. And here is another window. Another one. Yeah, I think we almost finished. Right? Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, I will stop for 7 minutes to let everyone catch up, and then we will have 20 minutes for individual progress check for group 2. Let's see who is in group 2. We will leave the families for next week. Okay, they are much simpler, and we don't have a lot of content next week. For week 2, these 5 guys, you're supposed to share your screen and let's discuss your individual progress. Okay. So whether we have a question. Which group do I belong to? Yeah, please check here. Your name is not on the list. That is a good question. Let me check how many students do we have. I will check with selection afterwards. If you have any question, you can just ask me. Unmute yourself and ask me. It's not very strict. We have priority for these 5 students, but everyone can still ask a question. For this sample, I uploaded into our Teams files. You can see I applied some materials, and to be as close to the real project as possible. And you can do it afterwards because we are running out of time today, so I won't do it in class. Question? Now, if you're belonging to week 2's group, and you can unmute yourself and share the screen. Whatever you have done, that's fine, and we can just have a look at your project And maybe you can show me your selected house, and we can figure out a way of what is the easiest way to model that building to save you some time. Because I'm pretty sure you will have very similar reference plan and site plan. My site plan was from Google Map, and my reference plan was from Domain. And there will be images, and maybe we can have a look together. Remember that for this specific week, you 5 guys have the priority to ask questions. Yeah, otherwise we will have priority for others if you don't ask today.
Hi, Jay. Could you please have a look of my selection?
Sure.
I just put it on chat.
You want to share your screen, or?
I just sent a link on the chat post.
Could you, all right, have a look if my selection is appropriate? No problem. Let's have a look. The location is 24. Let me check whether it's in the western suburb. Is it in the western suburb? Because Blacktown should be the western part. What about this house floor plan? Side plan. Bedroom, kitchen. North arrow. I think it's totally fine, as long as it's precisely located in the western suburb, because we might have the local government area boundaries. You need to double check. About the building itself is totally fine. 1 level is fine, 2 levels are fine. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
No worries.
Hey teacher, could you please check the position of my project is correct or not?
Okay, send it to me.
It's on the post
Let
link.
me have a look.
The one before.
This one, right?
No, the one before this one.
The one before this one.
Yeah.
Inbox here. Let me double check the suburbs assigned to our class. The name is let me see. The name assigned to our class is Western Sydney and Outer West. I don't know the boundary of this part, but it looks fine. Blackstone, Penrith, Box Hills should be fine.
So the Paris is a good place to choose. Maybe I could choose.
I chose Penrith. I chose Penrith because it's a very typical Western Sydney part. But that's fun, I think.
Okay,
Can I check? Can I check whether we have any similar ones to the other groups? Eastern Suburb, City of Sydney, Central Street, Newcastle, Canterbury. Will it overlap with Lower and Upper North Shore? Is it? I'm not sure. Let me check. Because it might belong to the northern part as well. Why did I click shopping? Maps. Maybe we just Western Sydney, Box Hill is around here. If you haven't started any modeling, I recommend you to choose one from Penrith. It's for the safety reason, yeah, because it's quite likely that we overlap with other students, and when you go to the what is the platform afterwards, you're going to upload your work to that platform. It will be quite awkward if you find you have the same building with other students. I would recommend Penrith and Blacktown as some safe choices. You can decide. You can.
New one.
I'm sorry.
So I changed a new one. So could you check that one?
There are too many links. There are too many links in our chat box. I think as long as it's in the western part, not very not the northern part or the southern part, and the western part, that is fine, because it's saying Western Sydney and Outer West, so that should be fine. Penrith, Blacktown, and also, let me see, what do we have here? Richmond is also fine. Yeah, you should make your own decision. The house is the most important one. The location is just to avoid any repeating cases with other students.
Hi, Jay. Could you please make a new document like in the file so we can put our links in it and we can check if we didn't have the same site with each other.
Oh, U25 don't have overlap with each other. Okay. Teams. So I will create a Word document here, and every one of you can put, I think, a screenshot of your building. Check overlap. Yeah, you can put like your name and the link, the address. For example, mine is called 28 Robert Street, Penrith, and then a screenshot of your building. So everyone put it here in the order. So if you have noticed any overlap with others, you can coordinate. Either you change your building or the other group. You can discuss with each other. Okay, I'll delete mine. As long as you 25 students, you don't get the same building with each other, I don't think we will have overlap with the other regions, right? How do I show you my work for this lesson? We have the due date of assignment 1, I think, in week 6. Before week 6, we have a lot of question answering sessions in each class, and I prefer to you share your screen and let me check your model in class. After the class, because if you send me your model, and it will be quite hard to communicate. Okay, you just share your screen and I will point out whether you have any issue and how to correct them. So the house in Penrith is correct, definitely. I believe so. I believe so. Don't worry too much about the location. And also, since no one is selecting my sample house, you can open my sample exercise. I have spent a few hours working on this one. It's not in. It wasn't created in a hurry, so everything should be very precise. If I open my, I won't save this one because this one is not accurate enough, just for demonstration. And we open this one, download. I have it in my computer. T3, week 2. Yeah, this is the sample project we are working on. It has the right material and the right size. It doesn't have any overlap between the building and the road. And if you check the section, and it's very precise, and walls are aligned, and we have if I open one of the I think I have no. Yeah, you see, we don't have any intersection between large intersection between the road and the floor plan. So it's more accurate than the one we just did. And level 2, for example. Yeah, I have different texture on floors in different rooms. And if you are interested, we will introduce you how to do the rooms and annotations next week. Yeah, we're just doing everything step by step. Don't worry. Yeah, you can open it and have a look yourself. I just noticed I saw one link which is located in Adelaide. That should be wrong because we're only doing buildings in Sydney. Make sure it's not located in South Australia, okay? It's in Adelaide actually. Check your building, it should be in Western Sydney. If you have downloaded 2022, I would recommend you to download 2021 again, because if you work in 2022 and your group mate is working on 2021, he or she wouldn't be able to open your file, because the newer version can open the file created by the older version, but the older version couldn't open the file created by a newer version. That is the problem. You can have both 2022 and 2021 installed. Like me, I have both Revit 2022 and 2021. Yeah. Do we have any specific question from the 5 students who belong to the group today? I'm not sure about how to use the serial key given by the lecture. I introduced at the very beginning of the tutorial that we have the educational license. If you register your student identity in Autodesk Educational Forum, and you will be able to have a free version for up to 2 years or 3 years. I couldn't remember. I recommend you to use that one, because I'm not sure the serial key in the Moodle is a temporary one or a permanent one. How long does it last? I'm not sure about that. As long as your student identity is identified, verified in Autodesk, and you can apply to any version you have. What is the 2% tutorial activity in the course outline? It is your attendance, basically. We were thinking about whether to check your individual progress each week to count for that engagement, but it's too hard because your speed is different and your progress is different. So we're just counting for the attendance. Is my the one in Adelaide? Exactly. Is it? Because I checked it is in Adelaide. It says South Australia. Let me check whether I have missed anything. Yeah, just to clarify about the family part, we will teach you next week. Yeah, don't worry, because we are running out of time today, and I want you to learn well about these basic modeling techniques. We will teach you about the Revit family next week. But I found it in Sydney, Western Sydney. Is it? Because basically this is what I can see from the mail, from the chat box. South Australia. Yeah, they just make sure it is located in the right suburb. I don't have time to check one by one for you. Just I have clarified the suburbs. Penrith, Blacktown, Richmond would all be fine, and yeah, make sure you have the right position. Yeah, if we don't have any further questions, I will end this session and I will stop the recording. And if you have any question, you can either watch the recording or ask me next week. I hope we can progress. I can really see your model, your building next week, and we can check the issues you have. And yep, I will end the session and I will see you next week. Thank you, guys. Stop the recording.